The reason why I bring it up is because when you look at Cecil, if Cecil would just stop Mark at the beginning of episode 1 and just say,
"You want to know how I got these scars?"
then you don't have a situation where they're at each other's necks. What's good, everybody? Welcome to Whole Views. Thank you for clicking that thumbnail. My name is Corey. Today we're going to be talking about Invincible Season 3, those first 3 episodes. Question for today's video is, how are you enjoying the pace of this season? So the reason why I bring up the pace is that would be my only real criticism of the season so far. You know, they given those 3 first episodes, and that way we're already like 33% done with the season. So I feel like it's fair to make a pretty good estimate of how the season will go based on these first 3 episodes. And saying all that, I think it's fine. I think it's really good. I like the fact that they're getting to what they're getting to, but at the same time, I feel like they're getting to it way too fast. Without giving any spoilers away, I want to talk about, the way things progress. So the season opens up with the training montage. We've all seen the training montage in the marketing material, and that stuff is really cool. But the relationship between Mark and Cecil are here. And by the time we get through less than an hour of footage, their relationship is so far apart. And it happens like that the opposite way with Mark and Eve. They have a rocky start, but by the time you get to the end of these 3 episodes, they are much closer than I expected them to be at all. The only reason why I feel like it's adequate to mention the speed is that when you move quickly through story, because I know they're trying to get through all the big things like the Invincible War, they get to the Viltrumites and breaking Omni-Man out of prison, like they're bringing back Battle Beast at some point this season. All that stuff is happening, and that's all cool. But it's like you rush through moments, and then characters find themselves in places where they're going through the motions to separate a relationship. Let's talk about Mark and Cecil. But it's like, if you just paused a minute and let a scene breathe, then you could get to that point a little bit more logically. The reason why I bring it up is because when you look at Cecil, if Cecil would just stop Mark at the beginning of episode 1 and just say,
"You want to know how I got these scars?"
then you don't have a situation where they're at each other's necks. And maybe you could have more character development between those two where they end up at each other's necks for a different reason. Not just a simple misunderstanding or a lack of viewpoint that Mark possesses at the beginning of these episodes. Now, it does seem like he's going to eventually make his way back around to being back buddy, or at least working with Cecil, because these episodes really hammer home the point that everyone who does bad things aren't bad people, and everybody has a reason for doing what they're doing. It just seemed like a rushed situation to have Mark lack the empathy that is necessary in that moment, as well as having Cecil lack the humanity of that moment to say, hey, Mark, listen, this is what happened to me, and this is why I'm doing what I'm doing in this current situation. The relationship between Mark and Eve, it's progressing, but I feel like it's progressing just a tad bit too fast. I know they talk about the passage of time, like it's been 3 months between seasons. It just feels as though everybody's getting over everything and moving on way too easily, in my opinion. Especially when you look back on season 2 and how hung up Mark and Amber were on each other. But to say now they are like 3 months past and we are clearly moving on and we're moving forward, we're pursuing different endeavors on both ends of the spectrum. It just feels a little too convenient and a little too speedy. But those are my thoughts. I'm really enjoying the season so far. Again, I was looking forward to Invincible coming out and being on this week-to-week schedule. I'll probably come back at the wrap-up of the season and do another video. But coming with those first 3 episodes out the gate, I feel like, man, we blew through a whole lot of stuff really quickly in 3 episodes. But let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section. And that's all we have for this one, y'all. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, go watch something good.